What's up, everybody? It's your boy Boss Hall, and I'm back with another video, man. Today, we're gonna talk about it. We're gonna talk about it. An update about my life, where I'm at. We're gonna talk about it all. We're gonna talk about mental health. That's the main focus of this video. It's men's mental health because it's men's mental health month. But let's be real. Every month, every day should be about men's but also women's mental health. Making sure that we're in the right mind, and in the right body. You know what I'm saying? To continue to go on each and every day. So I wanted to make this video because I put up a little post, and I'm gonna pull my phone up. I put up a post yesterday, right? Let me go to it on Instagram. But in the meantime, while I'm pulling it up, how is your day going? Has anybody asked you, are you okay today? Because let's be real, and this is the main thing about the video. A lot of people go through things behind closed doors. We put on a good smile. We go throughout our day, and everybody think, oh man, they're happy, they're this, they're that, when really we aren't. And sometimes, I'll speak for men, sometimes it can be that we don't have the space, or the people that is around us on an everyday basis or every other day, they don't give us that space to express our feelings. In life, sometimes life could be lifing. It don't have to be financially. It could be in your personal life, whether it's your job and the stress that comes from that. Or it can be different things. It can be your relationship. Hold on a minute. But I just want to light this candle. But life, can get the best of us at times. Hey, you could be a single mother, single father. And sometimes raising them kids can be a doozy. Especially in this new age where, you kind of got to find alternative ways to parent, or different ways to parent, because the old school way may not work, or it halfway works, but it just depends on the support system, but also if you even have that. Some people don't have a support system. Some people is me, myself, and I. That's what it is. Let's keep it a buck, But speaking of my mental health, I haven't always been happy. And when I mean happy, like right now, I'll tell you where I'm at right now. Right now, I'm in a space where I have peace of mind and happiness. And do you know what? It's priceless. It's priceless. Reason I say that is because I can't put a dollar amount on it. I wish I knew this a long time ago. But it took for me to isolate. It took for me to be my own accountability partner. Stand up for me. Because sometimes we, as people pleaser, I know for me, I'm a people pleaser. So I like to please people, and that can play on my heart because I have a big heart. I'm one of those people where, excuse me, ESPN. I'm one of them people where I see the best in you even when you're doing me wrong. Because that's me, that's my heart. And maybe it's because I want to see the best in you, or I've seen glimpses of it, and then it's like, I know it's there. I'm just waiting for it to come out. you know. But sometimes you got to move on. Sometimes you got to continue on in life, you know. So, me personally, you know, with it being Mental Health Month, man, all my men out there, where is your mental? 1 through 10, where are you at mentally? And let's be honest with ourselves. And the reason it's just me and you talking right now. Let's be honest with ourselves. Where are you at mentally? You know? Because we could say anything to a person. I've done it. Oh man, how you doing? I'm okay. That was my easiest line to tell people. How you doing? I'm okay. Lying through my teeth, knowing I ain't okay. Knowing I'm battling these demons behind closed doors. And sometimes I'm battling them demons even with people I love right around me every day. That's real. You know, I'll even go back. You know, I used to do security. And people be like, oh man, you got the life, man. You know, you doing this, you doing that. It was cool. I was having fun. I was having a ball. But what they didn't know was after the club closed and I'm back at home by myself, might as well say I'm my worst enemy because I be going through it. The lights, camera, and action, it's off. I'm by myself. You know, so it's just like, hey man, you know, people come up to me in the club, especially guys, you know, they call me an OG, whatever, you know, it is what it is. You know that new slang now, you know, what up, OG? Okay. People at work be like, what up, OG? Yeah, okay, player, you know. I go along with it, you know, because ain't no need of correcting you. But to speak on it is, I dealt with a lot, man. I dealt with PTSD from doing security, seeing people get killed, you know, people get stabbed, shot. One instance, we was at, you know, the club in Fayetteville, and, well, I don't know what the name of it was at the time. I'm trying to think. So I'm thinking it was either Chocolate City or 910. And I'm doing security. The club is closed, and we're out front. Fight breaks out. You know what I'm saying? Now, mind you, at this time, I don't think we had police out there. I can't remember. But I know it was cars in between where you couldn't just drive through, you know what I'm saying, and come drive in front of the club unless you had the VIP parking. So people was parked up there. Now, mind you, I'm breaking up a fight. I'm seeing the fight, you know, and matter of fact, I'm holding Jay Wilson. You know, now, you know, if you're from Fayetteville, you knew who he was. You know, that's not my story to tell. But, you know, I've been cool with people, but, you know, some people, you know, I have a little riff with, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm a man at the end of the day. Respect me, I'm going to respect you. Disrespect me, we got a problem. So, I'm holding him, right? And I'm holding somebody else. And I see the guy walking up slowly. He's coming this way, like towards me. And I see another guy standing there. I'm holding these two people. My peripheral is ridiculous. Even though I wear glasses, my peripheral is ridiculous, whether I got glasses on or not. And I see him just, bam. Bullet go in, I'm seeing the brains splat all out. The guy falls, the guy walks away. You know what I'm saying? I'm 5 feet away. That night plays in my head forever because I always think I could have done something better But in the dream, the nightmare, the person like, man, you saw him coming. Why didn't you stop him? I didn't see the gun. Mind you, I'm one of them people where we could be out in a restaurant, we could be in the mall, we could be wherever. I always keep my back to the, to the entrance. Well, I keep my back to the wall because I want to see the entrance. I want to see the whole, shebang. So it's one of them things where I thought, like, could I have done something? I don't know. But that's just one of the many stories where, the person haunts me in my dreams, like, you could have helped me. A whole lot more, man, but that's neither here nor there. But behind closed doors, I dealt with it. I dealt with betrayal from friends, lovers, you know what I'm saying? People that I cared about, or people that used my heart for weakness. I did that. You know what I'm saying? Because I see the good in people, even when they don't see the good in themselves. Now, I'm a protector of me. I used to protect artists and people to make sure they got home safe. Why I couldn't protect myself even from my own family? Years, decades of me not telling them how I feel when they do something because I want to keep the peace. The only person that seen it firsthand was my wife. That's one of the things that I loved about her, was she was my protector. As much as I protected her and her son, she was a protector for me, from my family. That's why they used to get into it, because she would see, once the phone call hang up, what I'm dealing with, how I feel, how it changed my whole mood. But now I speak my truth. I speak how I feel. And you know what I get for that? Backlash. I'm no good. I'm this, I'm that. Because I speak my truth. Fuck your feelings. That's what they told me. Fuck your feelings. Don't ever tell me how you feel again. You know what I'm saying? And this comes from somebody that been there since I was a jit, 4 or 5. I'm not gonna tell you who it is, because I don't do that bashing, you know what I'm saying? But it changed me forever, because it's like, okay, you know how some people stuck in their ways and you go with it and deal with it. That's what it is. I had to separate myself from that, because to me, that person is toxic in my life. And I have to protect my peace of mind. You know why? Because when they would say things or try to get up under my skin and say things or do things, I'm the one sitting there up at night, my stomach in knots, can't sleep. I already have severe insomnia, and I barely sleep as it is. A 45-minute nap feel like 8 hours. So now I can't even do that, because my stomach is in knots, because I don't like to disappoint people. I want you to be happy. I can't make everybody happy. Some decisions I make won't make everybody happy. Didn't even make other people in my life happy. But I missed that about her, was she was my protector. I'm talking about my wife. You know what I'm saying? Because technically, she still is my wife. I'm still married. I tell people I'm single all the time, but no. That's why I'm not dating now. I want to date, but I'm still married. So until I'm not, and I've been separated. Almost 4.5 years. But it is what it is, That too will come to a head real soon. But, and that's another thing, you know what I'm saying? I'm not lying to people no more. You know, I've lied to some people. Yeah, I ain't married. I'm married. I may be separated, but I'm married. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna keep it a buck with y'all. You know, this is me being transparent, open, and honest about my mental health, cause that 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 whole situation messed me up. I tried to commit suicide after that. God kept me. I don't think nobody really knew I tried to commit. I've tried to commit suicide 4 times. The strong. Everybody see that strong. The bear. The boss. What up, Boss Hog? What up, boss? Behind closed doors, I'm battling, bro. I feel like in those moments, I felt like I'm better off not being here because I failed you or I let people down. You know, I had to learn how to communicate better. You know, I had to work on myself. And that's what I've been doing, working on myself, but also building myself up. Because no matter how much I can pour into a person, either they don't pour back or sometimes you lose yourself. And that's what I was doing, pouring so much to where I was losing myself. Not thinking about my mental health, not thinking about my physical health. I was a big boy. I was 700 when I had weight loss surgery January 31st, 2024. My first weight management, I was 734. Day of surgery, maybe 4 months later, I was 724. You know where I'm at right now? Today is June 11th, 2025. Almost 16 months. I'm at 390. Probably a little bit less than that because I don't weigh myself every day. I try to weigh myself once a month. I'm at 390. Best shape in a long time. You know, as I feel like I'm almost getting back to my high school, college days of playing ball. You know, I got that bounce. I got that glow. You know, I'm still him. Can't nobody tell me I ain't. You know what I'm saying? Look at it. Ooh, we cause God damn to Jesus. But, you know, this is just the first part, man. Because I'm going to start giving y'all my life. I need to express how I be feeling or things I've been through. You know, I could write a book. I'm not even going to lie to you. You know what I'm talking about. But that's... I'll be saying that right. You know what I'm talking about? I got that from a dude named Chop Chop. You know, he in the feds right now, man. You know, but man, free him till he free. You know, the same way go for other people, man. Jay Wilson, you know, Doughboy, all them boys, man. Free them till they free. You know. But yeah, man, mental health is big, man. We need somebody that we can talk to. I'm the type of person, if you was talking to me, you was my friend, I'm going to tell you, go see a therapist. In this day and age, it's okay to not be okay. But it's also okay to go get help. It's also okay to see a therapist. Because sometimes we may not have somebody to talk to. We may not have that support system. We may not, you can have a wife or you can have your husband next to you. And you still don't have that support system or somebody you can talk to. Whether it's about work, relationship, losing a loved one, you know how that feels. You know, I had a homegirl, you know, man, she been married for 1 year and lost her husband to gun violence. Like it's supposed to be forever, you know what I'm saying? I know that's how I felt when I got married. I cried. I cried in front of the judge. You know? Maybe I think that's why I haven't got a divorce. earlier was because maybe me becoming the best version of myself, I can go get her back. And then maybe I can't. That's how I used to think. You know? Can't wait around forever. Gotta move on with your life, baby. You know, you gotta be happy. You know, whether that's with somebody or not, I'm gonna be happy. I'm gonna have a peace of mind. I can sit out here, hear the birds chirping, everything. This is the view when I come outside of the neighborhood, you know? You hear the birds chirping, just a lovely view. This is what it is. This is where I come out and just breathe and think about it, you know? But yeah, man, men, speak up. The reason I say that is because your voice matters. Your feelings matter. Because whether somebody told you or not, you are greatness. Never let nobody else tell you, no matter what, you are greatness. I know you may be tired. You know, you working a job where it's a strain on your body because you got to pay them bills. You got to take care of them children or take care of yourself. But understand this. Only pour into people that pour into you. If people constantly taking from you, rip the cord and cut them off. Or tell them like I tell people, beat that concrete up for me. Or move on like you've been pissed on. Because you know when somebody piss on you, or a dog may piss on your shoe, what you do? You move the hell on, don't you? You may kick that joker, but you move the hell on, don't you? That's what I'm talking about. Move on like you've been pissed on. So, you know, when it comes to my mental health, man, you know, I'm in a great space now. I moved to Texas to be with somebody after I separated from my wife. Went through a whole scandal, you know, I think the person was scamming, you know, basically ended up, she spent all her money that she sold her house for through a business, all these other things, you know. And I don't think none of it worked. Well, I know none of it worked out. That breakup, it broke me. It broke me. Because I realized she showed me things. And that's one thing, fellas, I'll tell you. When you have a woman that show you a different way in life, you better keep them around. You better keep them around. I couldn't keep her around. For one, I still in my heart love my wife. Yeah, I'm being honest. You know, it was this one woman I was supposed to marry. The woman I met before my wife, I was supposed to marry her. She was going through a divorce, you know what I'm saying? But her name is Giovanni. And I was supposed to marry Giovanni. She was gonna get her a new truck, and it was gonna say Miss Boss Hog on it, everything. We had it laid out. We was gonna get a crib, all that. We had it all laid out, everything. Yeah, it didn't work out because the young me, you know, I didn't have the patience. I didn't communicate effectively how I felt being questioned so many different times, you know, but also dealing with all the other things that was going on. PTSD, anxiety, you know, depression. I dealt with it. Do you understand doing security, man? I started drinking at 19. Yeah, I started drinking at 19. Do you know you could barely get me to touch a drink now? You know you could barely get me as a grown man to go to the gym. Now I love the gym. That's my safe haven as well. I go 5 days a week, 1 hour cardio, 1 hour lift. And sometimes it deviates, but I'm there. You know, whether I'm in pain or not, I'm there. But, fellas, get checked out. It's okay to see a therapist. It's okay to see a life coach. But also when you're going through that process, right? Because I know sometimes it could be, and don't get me wrong, I'm street smart and book smart. I've been in both sides of the life. And that's me keeping it. So I understand. You opening up a can of worms, you know, you talking to somebody. They got an ethical, they can't say none of that. So it's okay for me to tell them, hey man, I want to kill such and such, or I want to stab such and such. That's how I felt. Have I done things? Yes. I'm not perfect. I worship God. He moves me. But at the same time, I know I have a monster inside of me. And I have to keep him at bay. You know, and not let people trigger me or do things to me. You know, the last time I was committed, I went to Billingsley in Charlotte. If you know what Billingsley is, it's mental health. They kept me for, I think, 2 days or whatever, and then I came to Atlanta. Tell you about this situation. My sister, I realized, my sister under me, not going to, she was a trigger for me because the way she talked to my nephew and the way she did things, she was a trigger to me because she reminded me of my birth mother when I was little. Being yelled at, being thrown in the closet, being whooped with an extension cord. It reminded me of that. But it also made me want to be that monster because I ain't no little boy. I'm a grown man. So it made me want to protect my nephew. And out of me doing that, I spoke up. Shit, I'm gonna be real with y'all. I even called Child Protective Services on her. I wanted her investigated. Yes. That was my way of doing that because if I didn't, you want me to do it my way? My way is woodshop. You know, if you ever seen that movie, what was that movie with Jamie Foxx and the guy? And he had my man in the little house. And he was torturing him. That's what woodshop means to me. Pure, unadulterated fun. You gotta understand, I've been around violence all my life. I thrive off of it. That doesn't mean I have to do it. I have to protect myself because at the end of the day, I know I have a monster inside of me, but I also know I can black out because I've seen myself do it. On several occasions, I've blacked out. I can see what I'm doing, but I can't stop myself. Now that's dangerous. And some of the people in my life that I'm no longer talk to on a day-to-day basis or I just check up on occasionally didn't realize you was close to that. Didn't realize it was nights I couldn't sleep and I thought about killing people. It was nights where I can walk past you. I remember I was in Ciroc in Fayetteville, North Carolina. Some people walked past me. All I saw was red. It was like, yo, they're the devil. I fought everything in my body not to blank out. Because it was almost like something telling me, yes, I'm crazy. I know that. I'm not no fool. I've been crazy, you know. Um, but I get help. I see my therapist. I see my psychiatrist. Yes. Don't let these glasses fool you. Hmm. But yeah, man, this is exuberating because I feel at peace finally getting some of the things that's been on my mind and my chest out. I do journal. I do my voice journal and stuff because I ain't about to type all that mess. I'm sorry. No. So I do voice journal, you know, to keep it so I can go back and listen to it. Because there's a lot of things that happened in my life, man, that I had no part of, I just played a role. I just was there and I lived through it, walked through it. One day I'll tell those stories. Amen. But make sure you like, comment down below, and subscribe. Because another thing is, man, I want to know your story. I want to know a time where you felt like, hey, I'm better off not being here. You don't have to say the person's name, who it was, but let's open dialogue. But also send me questions, that we can do a Q&A on as well. Questions you want to know, and I'm gonna answer them. I love to cook. That's another safe haven for me, cooking. I love for people to eat my good food, man, and also understand that everybody is not going to like you speaking your truth. Everybody is not going to like who you are when it comes to you having the best mental health for you. Understand that. They're not going to be, oh, yes, I got open arms. People do a lot of this and not a lot of this. They talk the talk, but when it comes to walking that walk, she gone. That's what they do, But I'm grateful now. I have a support system. I have people that's there, and I will go till the wheels fall off of them. I promise you. And they know this. I don't sugarcoat it, baby. But at the end of the day, man, even when this month is up, we still have to protect our mental health. We still have to voice our opinions, voice how we feel. Whether you put it in a note, a voice note, whether you record a video and send it to the person, or you write them a letter, or mail them a letter to everyone that ever did something wrong to you that made you feel some way to where you still harbor it. Because one of the things in life is we have to forgive. Not for them. We don't have to forgive. We got to forgive for ourselves, Because if I don't forgive you for myself, it gets bigger and bigger. The more that comes, it just gets bigger and bigger to where then you're going to have and it's like a bomb going off. Oh, but it was just so little. No. See, that's what people got messed up. Some women think when a man goes off, it was so many things that they let build up. Or, your man, we don't judge nobody around here, you know what I'm saying? So it goes for everybody. And that can go for your man, your husband, your boo, your late night creep, you know what I'm saying? After the club, booty meat, you know what I'm saying? Your cousin, your uncle, your auntie, nieces, nephew, whoever it is that got the best of you and took away, you got to let them know. But also, if you choose to go the bigger route, like I used to all the time, and not say nothing, talk to your therapist or your counselor. They'll be able to help you navigate through this. I only could tell you because I've been there. I've called the suicide hotline, like, yo, talk to me. And I got people in the living room that I can't even talk to. That's part of my story. But I'm gonna cut it right there, man. But trust me, we're gonna try to do something every other day or something like that. I'm gonna put a video out. I'm gonna start posting more. But also still posting my food content. I need to do better at that, and better at editing. You know what I'm saying? As my dude, I watched a guy named Anthony. Cause van life. I think I'm gonna go talk to the people probably Monday. I don't know, or one day. I'll think about getting my CDLs just because it'll be another form of me doing van life. But I'm just traveling on the road in my 18-wheeler. You know what I'm saying? I like the nomad life, but I like to get paid too. Let's not get it twisted. And I ain't getting paid from social media yet. Maybe one day I will, but when I do, I'm gonna let y'all know. But until then, hey man, know that I love you. Know that I see you. No matter what you're going through, I see you. I'm here for you. My Facebook is Joshua Boss Hog Hall. You can always, or Boss Hog 252 World on Instagram. You can always DM me, man, if you need somebody to talk to. Somebody that's gonna be real with you. Cause I'm one of the people, I'm gonna tell you the good, bad, the ugly. I'm gonna tell you if you're in the wrong. I'm gonna tell you if you're right. Because one of the things God's given me is empathy to see things from other people's perspective. Whether they're in the wrong or whether they're in the right. But I can see from other people's perspective. I may not always agree, because let's be real, sometimes you can agree to disagree and still be happy and move on, But also, another thing, just to wrap this up, man, I'm gonna go ahead and wrap it up real quick, is that if you with somebody that's a conversation bully, and I mean somebody where when it comes, you speaking your piece, but they cut you off because maybe they go straight to defensive mode or they go straight into argument. Like, I don't argue, I get quiet. And I'm gonna shut up. It's gonna make you even madder. I know this. But that's how I deal with it. Because I don't like to argue. And don't get me wrong, fellas and women. You got some men and women out here that love a good argument. That ain't me. that ain't me. You know what I'm saying? Now, you want somebody that's a good lover? You got me. You want somebody that care about you, that's loyal? That's me. Arguing? That ain't me. I'll walk out the crib, go take me a ride and listen to my music. That's what I'll do. But hey, man, have a great day. I appreciate all that you've done by watching my video, subscribing, liking, whatever you do, I appreciate you. Hey, man, go get some dinner, because it's 7:31. Some people just getting off, whether you got off at 6 o'clock doing that 12-hour shift or you doing 8 hours, maybe you get off in a little while. But go enjoy yourself something to eat, relax, hey, maybe you smoke you a good one, or have you a drink, But sometimes understand when it comes to our mental health, we don't need that drink. We don't need that smoke. Sometimes we just need to vent and let out everything that's on our mind at that moment. you know. And sometimes it may not be the person that you want it to be, but it can be the person that it needs to be in that moment. I love you, man.